I had to go because my employee pulled up on me. Turn this light off. Ah, trying to drive, y'all. Anywho, hopefully you can hear me. So I was getting some takedowns taken care of today, but I wanted to follow up with that story. So I met a guy, right? A couple days before Christmas, right? And I was in Walmart. I actually was in the electronics section trying to find, I believe, that college football 25 for my nephews or whatever. They like their college football. It seemed like college is becoming more of a thing nowadays. I ain't mad. But anywho, I was in the electronics section, and a guy, he walked up on me, and he was, me and my wife or whatever, he was like, hey, who cut your hair, man? They did a really good job. I was like, I actually cut my own hair. He's like, really? You did the fade, all that? Yeah. I was like, yeah, I did all that. Cut the back, etc. He's like, oh, man, you did a real good job. Yeah, man. I said, I was going to a barbershop locally, and then, you know, with barbers, they start, prices started to increase, and they started charging like $50 and $75 for a haircut. And if somebody's trying to get their haircut like once a week to keep themselves maintained, it can get real costly. You're being able to spend like $200, $250, $300, a month. To me, that's not feasible. I don't know. I value what they do. It's just it's not a fit for me. So I got skills, man. I'm kind of gifted with my hands. I see something done, I can practice enough to be able to do it myself. But for hair cutting, it's something I always kind of was practicing at a young age. But I knew how to cut my hair. I just prefer to go somewhere to get it, shaped up. Convenience. Back to the story. He was complimenting me on my haircut, right? And he was like, hey, he's like, yeah, man, you did pretty good. He's like, you wouldn't guess how much, they charged me to cut my hair, because he had a fade as well. This is a Hispanic guy or whatever. I was like, okay. He's like, man, I only paid like $20. I was like, really? I was like, wow. I thought those barbers disappeared, because nowadays you can't go into a barbershop. You got to have an appointment, and you're definitely not going to pay $20 for a haircut unless it's for a kid. You know what I mean? But he's like, yeah, man, well, I'm gonna shoot you his information or whatever. He said, we should connect, man, networking or whatever. I was like, what you do? I'm shooting straight to the point. What do you do? Just to get an idea of this person. He's like, oh, man, I'm in the e-commerce. I actually buy and sell stuff, etc. So I'm like, cool. I said, that's what's up, man. I'm in the e-commerce myself to an extent. I said, I do a lot of SEO and things like that with my websites. I know a thing or two. It's like, really? He said, man, we should connect. So he asked for my number or whatever. Not asked for my number, because I gave him my card, and he's like, all right, I'll touch base with you, after the holidays or whatever. It's dark because I'm driving, y'all, so just hear me out, because I'm trying to tell you this guy who I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend. But anyway, he got my card or whatever. He texted me like, a couple days later. He's like, hey, man, I hope your holidays went well with you and the family, etc. I was like, yeah, everything was good, man. How was yours? He didn't message me back, which is cool. I don't mind nobody. Like, I don't require people who don't know me to text me back all punctual or nothing like that. But he never texted me back. He texted me back like 3 days later. He's like, hey, my bad, man. I didn't realize that I didn't text you back. But I wasn't tripping, because I don't even know you. So it don't matter if you didn't text me back. I ain't sweating it. But he was like, I was like, yeah, I was just, I say, no problem, man. I say, are you a reader? I'm trying to get to know this guy. I don't know you from nothing. Why are we connected? People typically are friends with people who have common interests. So I'm just asking questions, not thinking from a business perspective or nothing like that. Just networking, just having a normal conversation to an extent. And so I was like, you know what? Let me call him, but I never called him. He actually called me later on that evening. He called me. He's like, I think this was a a couple days after New Year's. Yeah, this is a couple days after New Year's, like January 1st or 2nd or so. I think it was January. Yeah, it was New Year's. But anywho, he was like, we get on the phone or whatever. I was like, hey man, what's going on with you, man? He real chill guy. He was like, oh man, nothing too much, man. Just chilling, man, and just enjoyed the holidays, etc., etc. I was like, okay, cool, man. That's what's up, man. He's like, hey man, I meant to ask you, are you open for any new business opportunities? Right? I'm like, yeah, yeah, as long as it's relative to what I actually do already, yeah, I'm definitely open for it. He's like, all right, man, cool, man. Well, we should get up, man. We should get up and catch lunch, and I'll fill you in the details about it, right? He's like, yeah, man, it's I like to connect with people and get people, if I can help somebody in different, as far as career wise or whatever, try present opportunities. I'm like, okay. I feel like the average person would, like, if somebody say, hey, I have a business opportunity for you, what's the first question that comes in your mind? Comment down in the comment section. If somebody say, hey man, I got a business opportunity for you, what is the first question that comes into your mind? Yeah, this is what business opportunity is. What is it? Everybody want to know, like, what is it? So this guy, he would not tell me. I said, yeah. I was like, so what is it? He said, oh man, we'll sit down, we'll talk about it, right? Just blowing it over. So that's strike one. Strike one is this: I don't know you, and you made a withdrawal out of my trust bank. This is what I was talking about earlier. You made a withdrawal. Withdrawal meaning I don't trust you, because you're telling me about something, and you telling me you can only sit down in person and tell me about it. Like, I don't know if you guys ever had an encounter with somebody who does life insurance or different type of industries, but what they typically do, they'll come up to you like in public place, and they'll come out friendly, but then they'll be trying to get you to sell, life insurance or something. To me, not to say all of it is a pyramid scheme, but it's just a little scammy. I don't like, that ain't my thing. Like, so while we on the phone, I'm like, hey man, let me be fully transparent with you. If you don't want to sit down and if you don't want to give me an idea of what the services stuff is about, I was like, ah, dang, police is hot right now. Sheesh, they flying out here, y'all. I don't know what's going on. These police are flying. They're doing like 20 over. Anywho, but yeah, I forgot where I was, man. It's like 4 police just drove past me real fast. But check this out. So if somebody presents you with the business opportunity and then they don't tell you about what it is, it's kind of like, okay. So I was like, hey man, full transparency, man. Is this like life insurance or something like that? Because I'm just, I don't want to mislead you or, come sit down with you just, to not be on the same page. Like, oh no, it's not life insurance. Okay. So I'm like, all right. I was like, man, let me be real with you. I was like, if somebody asks me anything about my industry or what I do, and I'm trying to provide them with a business opportunity, and they ask me a question of what it is, I feel as if I'm confident in what I do, I'm gonna give them. I say this is how I say. I stopped. Let me retract. I said I buy how I sell, and what I mean by that is when I go places to buy something, I don't typically negotiate. If it says it's a price, I buy the price. I don't try to haggle or, the price to price. I buy how I sell. So in the same token, also, when I sell to my customers, I provide them with information about the service or product or whatever. I provide them with an abundance amount of information, answer any questions that they have, and allow them to make a decision if they want to purchase. Like, that's how I buy, and I feel like anybody should buy. You provide people with the information and let them ask questions, and if they want to buy, they will. That's being authentic. But when you sugarcoat it and you don't tell somebody and you want to kind of get them in a corner per se or whatever, just to sit down and talk to them that way. You can spring it on them like it's some special news. For one thing, it ain't nothing new under the sun. Meaning, if somebody already thought about it, it's already been done in many different ways. So him withholding information by not telling me the business opportunity, to me, is dumb. It made me not trust him, period. And I can care less of what he's selling. It don't matter, because the first rule of sales is this: you got to sell yourself. And if I don't believe you, what make you think I'm gonna believe whatever opportunity you're trying to present to me? I don't trust you, and I don't believe you. So let's scratch that right there. But let me even take it a little farther. Despite me already having these, thoughts of, okay, I don't trust this person because he wasn't transparent with me. And he said he was trying to be a friend initially. He's like, I'm trying to make friends, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't about business. But when he mentioned it, I said, yeah, I'm open for business opportunities. So although it wasn't a friendship, it's more so a stranger trying to present something. And I felt like he did it too early. If he's trying to sell me something, it's like, I don't know. I feel like he should present the information. Present the thing to me. That way I can make an informed decision. But back to what I'm saying, because I don't want to get off track. So he didn't present me with the information so I can make a decision. He told me he'll sit down with me. So I went along with it. I was like, you know what? He said, all right, man, let's meet at such and such location, on this day. I was like, cool. And mind you, guys, I'm doing takedowns. I'm busy right now. I don't have time to sit down for, an hour or so just to really babble with somebody. I really got work to do. So for somebody to waste my time at this current moment is not ideal. Not ideal. So I carved out time and I made it to this place at 5 o'clock because he'd say, hey, it's going to be at this this is a verbal conversation. Hey, because I met him on the same road at the same, like, Walmart or whatever. And he said it's going to be at this location, at this time. I was like, cool. I'll make it there or whatever. So I get there 10 minutes early and to the location on the day that we set. And he so it's 5 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, he is not here. I don't see him. Let me shoot him a message. I said, hey man, are you here? It's 5 o'clock. Mind you, I already been there for 10, 15 minutes. I actually ordered food and I had my food on the table and was eating at 5 o'clock, waiting on him to get there. But he was like, so it's two things. One, I don't trust him because he wasn't transparent with me up front by not telling me what it is, telling me he got to sit down with me to have this conversation. Two, he set the date and time and confirmed earlier that day that, hey, around 1 o'clock, he was like, hey man, can't wait to meet with you at such and such time, whatever. I'm like, cool. So he confirmed, etc. Same time, okay, that's two. And he didn't show up. He wasn't on time. He wasn't on time. To me, that's an automatic shows what type of character you have. In reality, you might not intend it to lie, but you definitely didn't tell the truth. You didn't do what you told me you were going to do by be there. You set this date, you set this time, and I'm here, and I don't have time to waste, and you're messing with my time. Kept me cool. All right. So, number 3. After I sent him that message saying, hey, are you here? He called me. Boom. Hey, how you doing, man? Hey, Rob, how you doing, man? I was like, nothing much, man. Just here chilling, man. Just chilling. How you coming along? He's like, it's like, I'm assuming that you didn't get my message I sent out earlier. I was like, okay, no, I didn't. What message did you send out earlier? Like, oh man, I've been having phone problems, for a while now. But yeah, I sent you a message letting you know I'll be about 15 minutes late, 15, 20 minutes late. I'm just stuck in Dorchester traffic, right? Mind you, this is the road that the place is on. And then he was like, yeah, but I should be there within the next like 10 minutes. If I'm not there in the 10 minutes, we probably just have to reschedule. What? That doesn't even make sense to you. You telling me that because you set a date set a time and you're not able to make it at a fraction of the time that you said you're going to be there, that you're going to cancel it, and I wasted my time coming there, and we're going to have to reschedule? Like, bruh, I'm not desperate, and I don't even know you. So for you to say you got to reschedule it, that's inconsiderate. It's inconsiderate. Like, who are you? Like, who are you? Who are you to want to reschedule something when you set the time and date and I made it here early? Like, what? Cool. I said, well, man, check this out. I said, I'll be here, man. I ain't going nowhere. I'm actually eating or whatever anyways. I said, I'll see you when you get here. No problem. So these are passes I'm giving you, but not to say I'm not vocalizing it to him. It's just, it's a buildup. It's a buildup of like, enough is enough. But anywho, so that's 3. The 4th thing he did was, he told me he'll be there. He texted, he said, I'm turning at the light. This is at like 5:20 something. Mind you, he said he'll be there in 10 minutes ago, which was 15. Oh, I'll be there at 5:10. If I'm not there, we'll just reschedule. That's 5:10. You should be there. By 5:20, when I'm reaching out to you, again, this guy said, I came there and I was sitting in the lobby and I didn't see you. And when I didn't see you, I waited around for a few minutes and I just left. What? You waited for a few minutes and you left? I said, this was my response. I say, well, that's crazy. I was like, I'm actually, right when you walk in the door, I'm the first chair in the middle. There's really nobody here. And I've been sitting here since 4:50 waiting on you to get here. So, oh, where are you?